by Roots Collective. So this is an area where our social entrepreneurs are able to showcase what they have through their products and their crafts. And these are businesses with a heart. They have the country's best in displayed in front of us, and they are from the grassroots. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng grassroots? This is coming from what the country has to offer at its very cornerstone, coming from the human resources, the natural resources, and we are able to show that what we have is of value in the marketplace. So this is an event where we'll be able to showcase these products and crafts in front of everyone, to the regular mall goer, and to know more about Roots Commune and Roots Collective. We will have the president of Roots Collective and the CEO of Happy Footwear and Lifestyle, Miss Janine Chong.
Thank you, Enzo. So again, I'd like to greet everyone a very good morning. Thank you for taking the time out and joining us here today at Roots Commune. And particularly, we're going to discuss today the Seaball Fund launch, which Jameer will emphasize on later. But first of all, I would like to acknowledge first the presence of our guests today, including Sir Bob Calento of Peace and Equity Foundation. Thank you, Sir Bob. And Sir Olgi Canibal of Forest Foundation. Thank you, sir. And we are also graced today by their teams from PEF and Forest. Thank you for helping us make this event possible. We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Uptown Mall representatives. Miss Dale is here, Miss Mary. Thank you so much. Today also, we are very blessed that people from the media have taken their time to also promote the brands and the enterprises, and of course the Seaball Fund launch, including from the media, Miss Catalina Madarang from Interaction. Thank you. Miss Ross Del Rosario from Wazzup, Pilipinas.
Mr.
Thank you so much.
Mr.
Oh, Mr. Ross. I'm so sorry. And Nola Aldaya and Mr. Leonard Soriano. If I missed anyone, please do let us know if any from the media are also here today. And also Miss Angie and Chen. Thank you so much. So I was tasked to talk about what Roots Collective is, who we are, and why we are here now for Roots Commune. So first of all, Roots Collective really started amongst friends. And as an entrepreneur, I have an enterprise myself. It's called Happy. When I was starting out, it was really, one of the challenges really is to find the strength to carry on every day with your everyday struggles as an entrepreneur. And one of the core needs that I have realized is the camaraderie, the community is integral to keep yourself together. Entrepreneurs are present here, I'm sure they can also attest on how difficult it is to really grow an enterprise and find your place in this very competitive industry. And having started Roots Collective with Jameer and our team, is really one of my best decisions, I would say. And Roots Collective really is an entrepreneur's community. We started as a co-working space and hub in Katipunan. With the reason we building it was we needed to come together. We all have ways in which we want to make an impact in our communities. In my case, I wanted to support urban-based communities. Jameer, for example, wanted to support rural-based communities, and we also met the likes of Trish Livoven, who supports communities in Samar. And there's a lot of value in these minds, like-minded individuals coming together. And then through Roots, our first ever hub in Katipunan, through the marketplace we shared, through the co-working space we all shared together, that was really the starting point. The conversations that sparked there was what led the commune. Before just over drinks or conversations, a lot can already spark and come out. And we've always decided that we should inspire more people to do the same. And we should encourage more entrepreneurs to go forth and tell their stories. And let them know that they're not alone in their journey as enterprises. And their communities can also have a space to grow. So there. And commune is one of that. The fruits of those discussions as we are expanding not just as a hub but as a cooperative, as a one community, we really wanted to make sure that we communicate that outside. That's why we're here now at Roots Commune, the Sustainability Fair, because we want you guys to know that this is our call to action. We are opening our doors to everyone. We want you to know more about these wonderful enterprises. We want you to try their products, experience, know their stories, hear straight from them. Because in this age of, being more conscious, we also want to know what's behind your product, who's behind these enterprises, right? So, of course, as Jameer will emphasize later on, there's also a lot of need in capacitating enterprises. And thank you so much to Forest Foundation and PF for helping us in building up this project that Jameer will talk more about later on. And again, we hope that the media here, everyone, the entrepreneurs here again. Thank you for the entrepreneurs who are here. A lot of them are here. To name a few, Mansi, Kamukati Helpers here, Aldo Guzman of Risque, and of Wash, Rodmark of Rodmark, Yes, thank you for coming all the way here. And I hope that what Jameer will emphasize about Cebu Fund will be of help to you guys, and they will discuss that more later on. So I'd like to call now Jameer to talk about Cebu.
Yes, again, thank you. We made it. We made it on the first small pop-up. Pasensya na po sa boses. Alam mo mga young entrepreneurs na bibinatapay. So, sana narinig niyo po ako. Okay lang. But at the same time, we talk about the community, but this is also made possible by really having strong market partners that will support that focuses and also the cost behind these products. So big thank you to the Uptown Mall management. Salamat. Especially to Miss Abigail Garcia. Miss Abigail, thank you so much. Our marketing manager and Mr. Bimbo Andrade, marketing manager as well of Uptown Mall. Is not here, but we want to thank you for supporting this community. So as you can see, we want it to be as a community, to a spirit. We want it to be intimate. We want it to be as connected as possible to tell our story behind this product and behind also the focuses. As you can see, just a brief story. This is actually a 1 year in the making unintended consequences. So almost 1 year ago, we talked about the PF. That I think the question is dumadami na yung young entrepreneurs are increasing in the Philippines. At the same time, there's still pending challenges that we're trying to deal with poverty alleviation, currently the issue of our farmers having low prices with their products. And with being there recently by Greta Thunberg, but issues of climate change and even environmental issues. So business will continue to grow. And at the same time, as we all know, it's not just the role of the government, but basically the private sector, not just the big but private sector, but how about even small enterprises taking part in the developmental challenges of our time. And I think Sir Bob will talk more about that, how we exactly see the youth as an important force in addressing this developmental issue. This is not part of the plan, but of course entrepreneurs always try to discover along the way what could be the best message to throw into public and to light a torch that hello, Filipino entrepreneurs are thriving, and we are here to stay, and we are here to be part of, more permanent solution. So basically, Roots Collective is undergoing to the support of Peace and Equity Foundation, a cooperative organizing. We're trying to organize ourselves as a co-op. Currently, it's still undergoing, but at the core, it's a fellowship of business founders and social entrepreneurs and local creatives coming together to grow, basically. And grow for what? Grow for impact. And we just want to have a showcase of that program last year. So it just rolled over and rolled over. Why don't you want to see the entrepreneurs in their natural habitat, which is the market. And we want you to see how they hustle, how they promote the product in the market way. Because advocacy for entrepreneurs is not just about the message, it's about proving that this advocacy will work through products and through market acceptance. It's also our capacity to generate our own resources to take on a developmental initiative. So I hope also the press will find time to work around. For example, we have rustic creations here. Talking about wood sourced from Ifugao, And at dito Ifugao, if you will see the Ifugao people, they have this concept of muyong. It's a traditional wood collection that have been passed down by the indigenous knowledge of our Ifugao people. It may not be seen, but you can see a modern product trying to invite the tradition of Ifugao people on wood harvesting. Sometimes wood harvesting is already being seen as unsustainable, but there's always been traditional ways how to also make use of our forest resources. Same thing with Balay Kamay. We can also see here, these are all upcycled wood that can be also palichina, also being modernized. From food product, you can see Holy Grail, the first in the country to introduce pop sorghum. High protein, very drought resistant, and also doesn't have water. So each product here will have a story. But the thing is, these are also small enterprises, and their impact will grow if you also support them. It's always a matter also of scaling up. And this is where also our partner funders, particularly from the developmental organizations, coming in. 1 year after, we're trying to ask ourselves, after organizing this, how do we continue to grow these entrepreneurs, not just in Manila, but somewhere else. And this is where a PM and Forest Foundation is coming in to come up with a more unique approach in supporting enterprises. We actually, the past 10 years, I think I'm one of the product of that journey. And I'm also product of us increasing ecosystem to support social entrepreneurs, or at least entrepreneurs. But at the same time, we want to push more. We are look how to increase this by coming up with more creative ways. So there are 3 things now to consider. At least we're coming up with a program that will focus on a long-term basis. We're trying, most of the support is coming from a pitch competition. It's also coming from a bootcamp. But this time we want to have a more a longer time for you to work together and to monitor each work. Second, we want to use the word entrepreneur. We want to support social, but at the same time, we want to be inclusive. And we want to see other entrepreneurs coming from the design sector, coming from the finance sector, not just those entrepreneurs living in the grassroots. We really come up with a collaboration in the value chain. I think Sir Bob and Sir we will talk that more. And third, we want to see more collaboration happening among entrepreneurs themselves in the grassroots communities rather than entrepreneurs doing it its own. I think there's always a multiplier effect on a certain product if there's collaboration in terms of product design, in terms of marketing. Just look at Fruits Korean. I mean, this is an example of coming up with a more ecosystem supporting each other to help each brand, small or big, find the market. We'll give more details about Cebol Fund, but Cebol Fund, basically this is a kick-off. It's targeted to be released by January 2020, but from this point forward, we'll be consulting to fellow entrepreneurs nationwide to come up with a more responsive support mechanisms that they can use per area. And we will have more time to consult on that. So now, to give you more rationale behind the Cebol Fund. Again, Cebol Fund is aimed to support entrepreneurs from any sector to help them in their livelihood project, particularly in poverty alleviation and environmental protection. Sir Bob will give us more of that on the poverty alleviation, and Sister Pomgi will also give us more of the forest protection environmental conservation agenda behind this Cebol Fund. Before I turn it over, we also want to thank from FSSI, Assistant Director for Development Services, Sir Jerome Ignacio. Thank you also for gracing us for this event. Salamat po.